Did you know in the heart of Vietnam, there's a place where you can walk through history in the footsteps of emperors? A place where you can marvel at some of the most stunning architecture you've ever seen. Where you can savor the rich flavors of culinary innovation. We're MADison and iVEN, and this is the Imperial City of Hue, Vietnam's first UNESCO World Heritage Site. Hue is one of the top places to visit in the country, but it gets left off of most tourist itineraries because it's not the most convenient spot to visit. So today, we're taking you with us as we do Hue the easy way. Good morning, Vietnam! Waiting outside of our hotel for our tour today. We like to try to do things on our own, like find our way around a new city, a new town. We like to be spontaneous a lot when we travel, but sometimes you just don't have time. And today is one of those days. We are headed to Hue, which is around 2.5 hours from the city of Da Nang, but it is one of the top places to go in the entire country. To figure out the transportation and then a tour guide when we get there so that we can really get the deep history of the site, it'd be a lot of work. And you know what's not a lot of work? Booking a tour. Ivan's favorite thing about going on tours is that they often start bright and early.
Yeah, I love that. I'm totally a morning person.
MADison.
Yes, that's it.
Ciao.
We're on a big old bus. A big tour. Bus buddy.
We are now in the Hoi An tunnel, which is the longest tunnel in Southeast Asia. It's almost 4 miles long, going through the Hoi An mountain right now.
This goes on forever.
There's a way to go that's like the mountain pass as well. It's supposed to be absolutely stunning, but we are in a massive bus, so that would take a very long time. Also, since I get motion sick, this is a lot better of a straight through way to get there.
Our first stop is Lang Co Bay, where in exchange for sitting through a quick presentation on pearls,
Pearl program.
we get to use free bathrooms and enjoy these stunning views.
It's a pretty beautiful place to stop and take a restroom break. Not in the water, in the pearl place. Now, just enjoying the views. This is Lang Co, the world's most beautiful bay. But I have a little secret for you guys. I found the actual world's most beautiful bay right here.
If you hit that subscribe button, you can see this bay on YouTube anytime. We still have about half the drive left, and it is so gorgeous. Past rice paddies, lotus ponds, and cloud-covered mountains. And Ivan slept through all of it until we made it to our next stop, our first historic site of today's itinerary. This is the Temple of Emperor Khai Dinh, and it was started in the year 1920. It looks a lot older than that just because of how absolutely beautiful and ornate it is. It is absolutely stunning. Khai Dinh was the second to last emperor of Vietnam. His son was the last emperor of Vietnam, so it's very cool to see. They actually started building this while he was still alive, and then he died in the process, so they moved him in once it was complete in 1930. So there's 3 doors here on the front. The one in the middle is closed permanently because it is for the king himself, and then the ones on the left and the right are for military personnel and government officers, so we are not allowed to use those either. We have to use the side doors because we're just peasants. There's a combination of Buddhist and Hindu and Christian elements here in the design. There's so much symbolism, even the location itself, the way it's looking over the different mountains, to just kind of like have been in the middle of this pretty village and then suddenly we're in like this stunning, ornate piece of architecture. It's incredible. Wow, this place just keeps getting more beautiful. Inside, we have a sunset representing the sun setting on the king's life. The king is here in the middle, and above him, this weighs over 1,000 tons. There's 3 steps, one representing earth, one representing the human plane, and the one the king is on is representing heaven where he now rests. And I love the dragons everywhere. They symbolize royalty. Everything is so ornate and stunning.
Forget building me a Taj Mahal, I want one of these. They've built it in a way where the nature around it really complements it. I know. The sweat marks really complement it. The Uniqlo shirt. Also, I just love these dragons with the googly eyes. It's the best. Sweating so much, and this is just our first stop. We've only been out of the bus for like 20 minutes.
Hue is known for its food, but this restaurant is made for tourists. That's the big sacrifice you make when you come on group tours. I mean, the food's perfectly good, but we have a plan to show you some of Hue's specialties when the tour is over.
This is the Thien Mu Temple. It was built in 1601, and it is one of the most special religious sites in all of Vietnam. It is so beautiful and historic. This temple was actually added onto in 1845 by the emperor, who built an incredible pagoda for his mom. The best Mother's Day gift. Sorry, Mom, I just got you some bath scrub, but so beautiful to be here in this like very serene, holy place.
As serene as it is now, there was a time where Buddhists here faced severe persecution from the corrupt South Vietnamese government. Forced conversion to Catholicism, destruction of pagodas, and violent acts killing and injuring many. There were protests, but the situation only worsened until one photo changed the world. In 1963, Buddhist monk Thúc Quan Duc drove this car to a busy Saigon intersection, got out, and burned himself alive.
One of the most impactful photos in modern human history, and it completely shifted the tides.
Our last stop is Hue's top attraction, the Imperial City. In 1802, the first emperor of the Nguyen dynasty chose Hue as the new capital city to symbolize the beginning of a new era. Hue was chosen for its strategic central location and the natural defenses of the river and the mountains nearby. And they built this massive, beautiful citadel that blends traditional Vietnamese architecture with imperial splendor. At first, we're seeing forts and military buildings, and this cool symbol of the Nguyen dynasty with the head of a dragon and the body of a dog.
I like it. A dragon, dog, those are two of my favorite animals.
But then we head behind this wall into the Forbidden City, and it is spectacular.
This is the Royal Theater, and this is where the king would go to worship and meditate. The arts were so valued for the theater to be like right here by where he goes to worship. There is so much to see on the grounds here. It is absolutely beautiful. And then we come to like the actual palace, the residence of the final emperor of Vietnam, and it doesn't even look real. Like, it is so incredible and bright and colorful. It looks like it's green screen. Like, I can't believe how perfect and stunningly bright this place is. All of the little details are so cool.
AI generated.
Yeah. Wow, the artistry is incredible. Look at the deer. feel like I could literally just stare at this building, picking out new things, like those flowers, just like finding new details to get excited about, probably all day long. This is why we had to book this on a tour. If not, we would just stay here staring at it forever. The Emperor's Toms. I just love the vibrant colors. It's so cool.
King's tennis court.
We are seeing so much stunning architecture, beautiful gardens, and even some handicrafting. But it is very hot, so it feels good to be back on the air-conditioned bus. We make one final stop.
Where are we? Hello. Royalty.
For souvenir shopping, that includes lots of free samples. We love that. And after a long drive, our tour comes to an end. As much as we enjoyed the tour, it was so fun. We saw so much history, which is the most important thing to see and do when you're in Hue. The second most important thing about Hue is that it is a culinary destination that has put out some of the most iconic dishes in the country. We're just gonna take care of that now that we are back in Da Nang. We ordered Café Muoi, Hue, and this is Hue salt coffee. Hue is where salted coffee was invented, and what a gift they have given to the world of coffee. There's a nice foamy layer on the top. Added some ice, and then there's coffee underneath. Yum. This is incredible. I wish we'd gotten to try it in Hue, but I'm sure it doesn't actually taste that different there than it does here. I definitely understand why it was invented there, because today it was so sunny and hot while we were exploring. We were having an incredible time, but this pick-me-up of caffeine to get you awake and going, but also giving you the electrolytes from the salts. When you add it to any dish, you know, salt opens up the flavor of the dish, and that is what's happening here. Like, this coffee is like revealing more coffee flavors and more like delicious, complex flavors. We are so lucky that the specialties of Hue are so incredible that they are exported throughout the country, so we still get to have it here in Da Nang. Absolutely delicious. The last dish that you absolutely have to get if you go to Hue or are feeling inspired by Hue cuisine is bun bo Hue. Everybody thinks of pho when they think of noodle soup in Vietnam, but bun bo Hue reigns pretty supreme here.
It might be the superior soup to pho. Controversial take. Bon appetit. Oh yeah. Bun bo doesn't make you work hard to get that flavor. Very hearty, a spice already in there, like seafood element, lemongrass, like very herbaceous, very flavor forward. And then the basil hits. It's almost like a spicy basil. Like, it's like so concentrated, your taste buds dance a little bit.
Hue is known for having some of the most fragrant basil in the world.
Feels so fun to like have this dish and think about, like, you know, this is part of Hue's like culinary history as well, and to think that the kings and diplomats at the castles that we saw today were also eating bun bo. And now we get it delivered in the back of Grab motorcycles.
Eating like a king.
What a delicious ending to an incredible day. Exploring the beauty, history, and delicious flavors of Hue was amazing. I'm so glad we didn't let our lack of time get in the way of coming here. Doing Hue the easy way was so worth it, and if you want to do the same, we'll leave all the details of what we did today in the description below. Everywhere Everywhere we go in Vietnam is blowing us away with its insane beauty, and I am so excited to be spending more time exploring this stunning country. So please hit those subscribe and like buttons and share this video with someone you think would enjoy it. We'll see you on the next one, and until then, watch one of these videos. YouTube thinks you'll really like it.